with everybody. Wanted to make sure that you're all hearing me good, or if I'm blowing your eardrums out. We cranked it up just a hair, so that I don't have to project as much. But let me know if that's like kind of, blowing out your speakers and whatnot. Other than that, let's talk a little bit about the house cleaning here. How this works. There is a bio above my head. You click on that link. That link will then send you to a little drop down menu, which you will find the live stream on. That will then take you to where you need to go, where you'll then punch in, for example, sold 101 in the comments section. For everybody who's watching on Instagram and Facebook, you are going to go just put in the comments section sold 101. The next item will be sold 102, so on and so forth. So pretty simple stuff. If anybody has any questions, we always encourage your feedback. We always encourage you to check in with us and with any comments, keep it PG, or any questions. If I can't answer them, I'll make sure that somebody can, or we'll try our best. Also, if I fly over something too fast, if I'm going a little too fast on something, or you didn't quite get the look that you wanted to, maybe you want to see it on my big ugly fingers, I'm happy to do that just to kind of give you an idea of scale. Is that fair? I think so. All right, cool. Now, that being said, let's rock and roll. Let's get into it. We got DJ on the booth back here, and we are going to go start out with this ring here. This works as a gents ring. I got to tell you, it's got a lot going on with it. Ladies, I don't want to scare you off. It's not a gents ring per se. It's just that we have the size 10, okay? There's probably two size 10s. We've got it in size 6, a 7, an 8, a 9, and like I said, probably two size 10s because I've got one of them, and there's still one available. But it is very limited. It is in stainless steel. There you go, TikTok, and for everybody on Instagram, Facebook, and the website at shoplc.com. So, what we're talking about is a fairly wide band ring. We're going to have a picture up for you in just a moment. But the stainless steel is going to kind of necessitate. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
The stainless steel is going to necessitate that you get it at or close to your size. Stainless steel is, well, number one, it's a dead ringer for platinum. It has a good sheen to it. It has no oxidation. It's not going to stain. It's in the name. But it gives you a great look, but it's extremely strong. It doesn't budge. It will outlive us all. But you got to get your right size, because it's not like, we're not talking about a more malleable metal, say gold, say silver, right? It's not, we can't just bend it to our will. So we do want you to get your size. So in that case, I would encourage you to maybe get, if it's even a question, not necessarily about your size, find a finger, make it fit. If you can't get it in the 5, maybe you need a 5, go with the 6, and you can buy a ring sizer. Because, but if it's a question about giving it as a gift, guys, maybe with Valentine's Day coming up, I would say let's go ahead and just get maybe, like, if you're thinking maybe she's a 7, maybe she's an 8, get the 7 and an 8, because the price on it is $27.99. This is Sleeping Beauty turquoise. We've kind of gone through this a lot. We've shown a good bit of it lately because we're on our sort of last leg of material that we're getting from the Sleeping Beauty mine. So I know a lot of you are like, well, how come you guys are still getting? Well, we bought a ton of rough once upon a time. So this works as a gents ring and a ladies ring. But we bought a bunch of rough once upon a time. Also, vendors that we work very closely with and have over the years and have cultivated relationships bought a ton of rough back in the day. The mine was closed down in Globe, Arizona. The Sleeping Beauty mine was closed down in 2013, thereabouts. Still was open for mining with copper thereafter a little bit, but for the most part, that is shuttered. So there's no more of this coming out of the ground. The difference between Sleeping Beauty and, say, traditional turquoise that a lot of us grew up with, or that we're familiar with the veining and that really neat matrixing and just kind of the oblong shapes and sometimes that you see, and that's cool. But that's the traditional turquoise that everybody's kind of used to. There was some material that came out of Iran years back. Not much anymore, obviously. We don't do a lot of business with Iran for reasons I don't need to go into. But that was probably the closest that you got to this non-veined material that basically just gives you this smooth and at its best, robin's egg blue. Like sort of a, very strong on the blues, less on the greens in the turquoise. But what you have here is an excellent example of that. It's all natural material. The only thing that's different about it is that we use what's called a Zachary treatment. That's a coating process which is sort of a modern coating process, which you want to be done with turquoise. Turquoise, much like howlite, going to be a very porous material. It's not a very extremely dense material either, so you get a lot of bang for your buck when we talk about carat weight. But you want the Zachary treatment just because it gives it that coating, so that if you're out in sunlight and things like that, it's not going to be bleaching your stones, and you're not going to have to worry about necessarily when it comes to perfumes and if something falls on it or whatever, that's going to, because of that porous nature. So Zachary treatment basically just gives it a nice coating, a nice sheen over it, which protects it for the life of the stone. So that's a good thing. But other than that, you're looking at the natural wonder of the earth, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And it is something that people are paying very, very big money for. Like there's a lot of buyers in the East that really want to get their hands on the rough that we have, and we've said no, because we're saving it for our customers here in both our Germany office and our British office, or at least so I'm told. So hopefully they don't keep coming back with higher numbers, because the numbers are getting high, because this material is getting very expensive and getting very scarce, right? That said, $27.99 with a $9.33 budget pay will get this home. This is not necessarily a gents ring per se. It totally works as a gents ring. Right? You've got a fairly wide band. You've got a really fashion-forward look, almost a bypass styling, if you will. Take a look. You've got a pear shape here. It almost looks like a little, like a dude with the two eyeballs. You've got a round here. You've got an oval here. So very different. We talk about different a lot. That's my jam. You guys know that. But this is like something that's going to give you something that, well, not everybody else is going to have this ring. People might have a ring with maybe a little oval, or maybe a round, or maybe a pear shape. But you're getting all three, best of all three. You've got a really, really cool design. You've got something that's interesting, but not so out there that it's just like gaudy. This is a really, really fun look. And I love that you got all these channels here too, right? So you've got 1, 2. Well, let's create another dimension for the ring here in that stainless steel. And again, that's not going to ever oxidize. It's not going to, unless they add elements to make it do that, which they do sometimes to make it kind of give it that silver look. But it's a dead ringer for platinum. You got a nice sheen, nice luster on it. You've got really cool bezel setting here, which is going to keep the stones nice and protected. They do an additional gluing behind, in addition to the bezeling that they'll do at our factory. And we're one of the 2 manufacturers that have a facility that can actually make stainless steel, because it is such a strong metal. It's right up there with platinum. The problem is that it takes temperatures in excess, much like platinum. Not quite as high as platinum, but I think around 1700 Fahrenheit to even mold this metal, because that's how strong we're talking. So this is something that will last you. It's something that you can pass down as an heirloom, and something that's less than $30. So take advantage of this, ladies and gentlemen. Very good looking ring. If it's in question, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go ahead and get 2 of different sizes, because we want to make sure you have the correct size, and then you can gift the other, because at this price you can just gift the other. You don't have to return it, but if you need to, you could always return it, and I guarantee there'll be a lot of happy customers that you did return it, because these are very, very limited. So take advantage of that, and that will be sold 101. Okay? So onward and forward we go.
Mary on Facebook says, "Good morning from California."
Mary from Facebook. Hey, how are you? It's early. It's early in California, right? I think they're an hour behind us.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Hey, Mary. Thank you for watching, and good morning to you. I appreciate you. Mary, I want you to check this out. You're going to look like a princess or a queen with this necklace. Now, we're going to get to the bracelet. It's under $30, the bracelet is. But the necklace. So we got you a ring, right? And we only have one other Sleeping Beauty ring here, just so you guys know. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we've got one other one, and I'll get to that in a little bit. Let me tease it a little bit. Very cool bypass. They're both going to work with this necklace. But what we're trying to do today for you is complete the suite. And Mary, take a look at this. what we have is a sort of a princess waterfall style necklace. Now I'm going to kind of pull it up just a little bit on that side just because we didn't, well, let's do this. Yeah. Nope, didn't work. So I'm just going to pull it up. Take a look at that. So what you have here, there we go, TikTok, and for everybody on Facebook and Instagram and the website, what you have here are 3 round cabochons. Yes? Beautiful. Everybody loves a round cut. Then it all culminates into this really beautiful, very feminine teardrop or pear shape right down here. You've got multiple fleur-de-lis all throughout, adding extra dimension, adding extra sort of contrast and three-dimensionality to this. It's a really beautiful piece. This one, all in stainless steel. It's got 2-carat-10 on your Sleeping Beauty turquoise. But the cool thing about it is, it's not just all stiff. It's not all just one, one piece that they just manufactured. They could have done that, and then it would have been fine if they did do that. In fact, most people would do that. Most manufacturers, most companies would do that, but we're not most companies. So what we did was go the extra mile, adding articulation while keeping the sturdiness that's going to keep it nice and flat on your chest, right? Depending on no matter how big your bust is. If you got a little bust like me, or if you have a big bust, yeah? Because it's going to stay nice and flat. It doesn't articulate so much this way, but this way it does. So you get a lot of movement, each one of these pieces. That's going the extra mile. Never mind the fact that you do have forward and backward movement on this. Now, it's that in case, it is on a bus line or whatever it may be, that part does kind of articulate. So that's cool. You've got all these different hinges, all these different working parts. And again, you're getting the look of, and this almost has that oxidized look. We talked about that earlier. It's mainly just because of the deep crevices that they put in the stainless steel. So they molded these individual pieces. And then you've got these, again, fleur-de-lis, or you can call them butterflies, very, very much like a butterfly as well. Sort of culminating into this just beautiful array of colors there. But on the back, the thing that's like really got me going, and if you've watched any of my shows, that I'm a huge lover of the magnetic clasp. The magnetic clasp could run you $5 to $10, right? And it makes life, so much easier. So much easier. If you struggle, if you have big knobby hands like me, or maybe you deal with arthritis, maybe you're just not coordinated, and I'm not mad at you, and I'm not judging. But if you're like me, this is a godsend, because this just makes it boom and done. Now, obviously, this is for the females. I'm just kind of putting it on. So it's gonna go about 18 inches. And 18 inches for me, I'm gonna have about a 17-inch neck. But just to kind of give you an idea of scale there, right? It's a good looking piece of jewelry. It's only $29. $29.99 gets this home. 2-carat-10. Again, 2-carat-10, you're getting the look essentially of about probably 4 carats. I think a good rule of thumb, I do this with opal usually, because opal is not a very dense gemstone either. You do get a lot of real estate coverage with opal. And I'd say probably ditto that, not quite as much, but ditto that with your turquoise. So you're getting the look essentially. You probably got about, well, I'll give you a measurement. About 5 about a little over 5 millimeters. It's almost 6 millimeters here, so we're like 3/4 of a carat there, 3/4 of a carat, 3/4 of a carat in terms of the look, and then at least a carat right there. So minimally, you're talking a big look here with these, and of course with all these different stations, the fleur-de-lis or butterflies, the sort of opposing butterflies that you're getting. You've even got the 3 sort of little, or 4 little dots in between, almost giving it the look, the sort of almost mill graining, almost gives it the look of just little itty bitty pave diamonds, culminating a really textured and full look. Even the side profile, I don't know if you guys can see that, has got some nice thickness to it as well. So just a lovely piece. And look, $10 budget pay. $10 on budget pay is going to get it home. Absolutely gorgeous. Ladies, you got to do this. You're going to look fantastic with it. And this is one of those cool items. Look, necklaces like these, many times I'll say, that's a dressed up look. But I think for the purposes of this, I think because we're not adding a ton of bling necessarily. You do get that look with all this texturing and all the three-dimensionality. But because you're not adding a ton of the bling, it doesn't necessarily have to be a dressed up look. I think that, ladies, if you're wearing, just say, a blouse like this, I know people have a love-hate relationship with this shirt, including me, with this shirt I'm wearing. But if you're wearing something like this, like the equivalent in a lady's blouse, I think this would look really cool with it. Or if you're dressed up, I think it would look really cool with it. So this does have the versatility. And of course, it's stainless steel, so you could wear it all the time. It's going to be extremely durable. And then, of course, with the Zachary treatment on those Sleeping Beauty, you're going to get a lot of life out of those as well. And so they should, if you properly care for it, be something you could be able to pass down or sell at a later time for a big markup, probably this time for a markup, because this is a mine, again, that has been closed down for a number of years, over 10 years now. The Sleeping Beauty mine. There's no new material that's coming out that's quite like this, so there's no really big, I guess, discoveries on the horizon in the southwest of the United States where this was found. It was Globe, Arizona, where the Sleeping Beauty mine was, but from what we understand, there's just not been any new discoveries that approximate this type of non-veined material, this type of non-matrixed material. So, I want you to keep that in mind, but we're going to move on. This is sold 102. Fantastic look, perfect for any occasion. Going to go great with pretty much any color, and turquoise is one of those gemstones that really complements any skin tone, light or dark. It really is going to look great on everybody out there, and of course it's a fan favorite across the world. I mean, everybody loves turquoise. I don't know anybody that doesn't love turquoise. If you don't tell me. I'm not saying it's a character flaw, but it's just such a beautiful stone, isn't it? So gorgeous. All right, so we're going to move on to a portion that I think is really, really going to complete this overall look here, ladies and gentlemen. So we got you sold 102, right?
Yes.
You took advantage of sold 101, which was that beautiful ring with the pear shape, right? We got a pear shape. We got an oval, well, not on here, but we've got the round. So we're keeping with the consistency. We're in stainless steel, giving you that look of that white gold, that sort of platinum look. Well, now we're going to complete that look with a bracelet. The bracelet's going to be in stainless steel as well. Again, with the bracelet, this is one that, to me, it presents an optical illusion of sorts, or our carat weight is just way off, because you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Good size Sleeping Beauty turquoise here in the bracelet. You've got the mill grain going around each one, giving you that look of that sort of pave diamond look, which adds to the texturing, which adds to the well, quite frankly, the elegance of it. These are going to be about 5 by probably about 5 by 4 on your Sleeping Beauty turquoise. So you've got a really big look with these. I mean, 5 by 4 is going to kind of give you a half carat look. So that would be 1, 2, 3, like 3.5 carat look out of a carat 50 here. That's the thing that's always been, because I've shown this one other time. I don't know that we showed it for this price. I think it was $29.99, which I wouldn't be mad at. This is going to be bolo. So it's going to fit virtually any wrist, including gentlemen. If you want to come in on this, don't be scared. How many do we have of these?
We have 5.
Okay, this is the best deal of the show. One of them. I mean, we got tons of them coming your way, but these 5 will be sold out. If not, I'm buying them all. I'm giving you 24 hours. I don't like to threaten our audience, but this is too good to pass up. This is $19.99. It works on the gents. It works on the ladies. It works on anybody. It'll work on your toddler, because you've got that bolo right there at the bottom. You see that? That's a game changer. Bolo, I think right up there with the magnetic clasp in terms of hey, this is like one of the greatest inventions. That why didn't I think of that? The Bolo allows you, and it stays strong because you're dealing with stainless steel, and the mechanics that they used with the Bolo to where it should last you forever, properly cared for. We always want to add that caveat. But it's going to go up to any size wrist down to just a 3-inch wrist. So what you're getting here is a nice full look. And you're getting it for $20. Genuine Sleeping Beauty. This is a great deal if we're talking about plastic that looks like Sleeping Beauty. This is still a great deal at $19.99. This is a phenomenal deal if we're talking about something of more abundance, say like a dyed howlite, right? That looks like Sleeping Beauty. A lot of you'll see that a lot out there. So if you happen to see Sleeping Beauty online, caveat emptor. This has got 15 reviews, 4.9 stars. 4.9 stars out of 15 reviews and 4.9 out of 5. Statistically very difficult to achieve. That tells me that people, if they had their druthers, they probably, in many instances, would have done more than 5 stars. They just couldn't do more than 5 stars. It's that good of a deal. I think it's that good of a deal at $39. I think we've sold them. In fact, I know we've sold them at $29.99. Today, you're getting them for $19.99. It's last in stock. There's 5 left. These absolutely 100%. And I can say that because if they don't sell out, I'm going to buy them. Because $100 will buy everything that we have left. If you're a vendor, get in there before I do. I'm giving you guys 23 hours. I always give you the warning, especially when we're down to items that are this low, that are this well priced. So I'm going to give you 23 hours. That's how long we're going to hold this price. I'll probably go back up to the $29.99. After that, I'd still buy them at that. But there's only 5 of them left. Last in stock opportunity to get the bracelet. The bracelet going to match beautifully with that ring, sold 101. With that necklace, sold 102. But you got to move quick on that one. $19.99. Absolutely unbelievable deal that you're getting there. So I'll just leave this on. Well, we're not allowed to take them out of the studio. I still have to buy them and then wait for them to come, to come up in the warehouse next door. Big warehouse too. Got a bunch of cool little gadgets, little computers that go and pull things off shelves for you. It's pretty neat. All right, everybody having a good time? Appreciate all of you that are watching. Appreciate those of you that have commented. I think we had Mary in California, right?
Yes.
Appreciate you watching and contributing. All right, so we're going to shift gears here a little bit. Or do we not want to go to the last?
We'll
want to come back? You want to circle back?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll circle back to our final Sleeping Beauty. We're just kind of mixing it up. I like this. I like where DJ's head's at. All right, so what we have here, Moonstone. Moonstone is, well, the ancients thought that it was little chips of the moon that had fallen off. It's moonstone probably, but moonstone is from the feldspar family. It's a June birthstone as well. So if you're like me, you have a June birthday, moonstone is going to be your jam. It's a beautiful stone, feldspar family. What we have here is a really, really pretty opportunity. We have it in a lot of different colors. I know we debuted a lot of these a while back that had different, we had different colors in the topaz. Now the topaz is going to be sort of a color treated, but you get what looks like some of the most expensive Boyaca, Colombia emeralds that money can buy surrounding it, right? We call it rainforest topaz. So it's a man-made treated, but a lot of gemstones have treating. But we sold out of those. We got them with red topaz and blue topaz. And when we sold out, we said, okay, well, we need to order more. And luckily, we have our own factory in Jakarta, India, and where we, second largest manufacturer of jewelry in the world, where we create a lot of our items. So we're able to fast track it because it was so popular. And we just got these in. So you've got an opportunity here to get something really beautiful at pennies on the dollar. You've got a large faceted moonstone, which typically, when you see moonstone, most of us who are familiar with moonstone, we've seen it. Oh, can we crank that down just a hair to maybe like a 69? Typically, when you see moonstone, you're going to see a cabochon, right? That's the way most of us traditionally have seen moonstone. What we have here is a little bit of a different take on there, which is kind of a gamble too, because it does take a master lapidary to make sure, because what you're trying to capture is the adularescence, which is a phenomenon that good jewelry quality gemstones will display. And basically you're getting this, almost this phantom of this light source that you see, depending on which way you turn it and how the light in whatever room you're in or outside is hitting it. You're going to see this phantom, which we call the Schiller effect or adularescence, a phenomenon that feldspar often creates. Think labradorite, labradorescence, adularescence, right? This has that in abundance, but a little more difficult to capture that if you're faceting it off, right? With a cabochon, typically you just have more area and more room for that phantom, that adularescence, that Schiller effect to sort of rear its head. Now, this does not do this justice. What I'm looking at, and I hope you guys are going to be able to see it, is almost like there's a battery powered light source inside there. I don't know that it's going to show. I'm seeing it on TikTok and it's just not showing like I'm seeing it in person here, but it is in abundance. And there for everybody else. Folks, this is $19.99. We just got these in. It's the second round because they were so wildly popular the first round. We do have it available in sizes, at least for the green one. I don't know about the red and the blue. We'll check those in just a second. But we have this available in 5 through size 11. So you're getting a big, almost cocktail ring size there. It's a 3-carat 10. This, again, I'm going to kind of go back to my analogy with opal. Not quite, you're not talking about something that's quite as, in terms of real estate, as well, it is. Let me change it up. The specific gravity of it and the weight, it is a little more dense, but you do get a lot of bang for your buck in terms of that. So this 3-carat 10, it kind of shows like about a 4-carat, okay? So it shows very, very large. You add to that the halo here, and you're getting that almost cocktail ring effect, a very large look. It's not like a little itty-bitty solitaire, right? But you got the sunburst design, very classic look. Just a different take, because we typically don't see these really beautiful green gemstones unless you're at a very high-end showroom where they are putting Colombian emeralds or Savarite or even chrome diopside, which is even more rare for them to do, surrounding it. So you've got that look, though, of a very, very expensive, but you've got it in a classic style design with the sunburst, which does, of course, add to the elegance and the opulence of this particular ring. It's $19.99. And this is not in mystery metal. This is not, this is not a Karis. Brass is great too, though. I'm not going to beef with that. I think it's fantastic. But this is in sterling silver. So $19.99, most places, that's what $19.99 gets you. If that. Just a little band ring. $19.99 today gets you a band ring in precious metal, bathed in platinum, one of the most expensive metals in the world, and a noble metal. So take advantage of this one, ladies and gentlemen, while you can get it in your sizes. Again, we got 5 through 11. Think about giving this as a gift. If you have that person, that friend in your life, that family member that loves emeralds, that loves Savarite, that loves chrome diopside, that loves any green gemstone for that matter, get this one for them. Look at how, I don't even need to show it on my hand. Look how pretty it looked on our model. This is going to show you right there, you're sort of seeing the Schiller effect. That's about what I just saw just now. That's what I was seeing in person, not that. That's about what you saw, just that little Schiller. But when you see this circling around in just a moment, I want you to see that, and then we'll move on. But I really, right here, this is what I just saw. Bam, bam, I saw all that. So you're going to see a lot of adularescence with this one. You got a $10 budget pay as well. Now, can we click on the red? Because sometimes those are all sold out, or the others are all sold out. I think these all just came in. I know the green ones did, because we had these. Okay, so we have a rainbow moonstone, ditto that. We had the Paraíba topaz, basically with a blue one. And you'll see all that when you go to sold 104. So go to sold 104. That'll take you to the website. The one we have, the one that we're featuring is the one with that sort of with the green. But we've got one with like a Paraiba colored topaz that's so beautiful. And I think that really complements the, yeah, click on that one for me. I just want to look at it. Yes, that is going to be very complementary to that sort of almost that light blues that you're going to see in the rainbow moonstone there. Really kind of draws out that color. They're all going to be $19.99. They're all going to be in sterling silver. They're all going to be bathed in platinum. They've all got this beautiful halo. So basically, essentially, you're getting that look, but with red, which is going to give you the look of rubies, and then a Paraiba colored topaz. It's going to be red topaz, and then this one's of course the green. And then the sort of ruby colored, which we're calling blazing red, does kind of give you just a really rich, robust red surrounding it. So get all three of them. Look, all three of them you can get for $30 if you utilize the budget pay. Budget pay is $10. So get them all home. If you don't fall in love with it, then you return it. You've got a 30-day money back guarantee, but definitely deserves a look. Speaking of a look, if you get those, I'm going to highly encourage you to get the stainless steel inside out hoops. Also rainbow moonstone, 4 karat 15 here. Inside out hoops, these are going to be about an inch. So we're in that Goldilocks range we talk about all the time that you guys get tired of hearing us say. Goldilocks. Not too big, not too small, just right, right? There's going to be a little bit over an inch actually. So you're looking at about an inch, we'll call it it's shy of an inch, between an inch and a quarter, right? So we're going to be a really good range, okay? I can give you an idea there. Look like a pirate. All right. So fantastic. You're going to look a lot better in them than I do. I promise you. I promise you, ladies. 4 karat 15. Again, stainless steel, getting that look of the platinum, of almost oxidized silver here. And I'll show you this with that ring just to kind of show you exactly what I'm talking about. So there's the ring in sterling silver with platinum overlay. And then you're getting these, which I've always argued the inside out hoops are in stainless steel, but that gives you a dead ringer for platinum. So they synchronize and sync up so well with that ring that you just got. Again, the rainbow moonstone, fine, fine, fine material. Some of the best in the world when it comes to feldspar of this nature. You're seeing all these, and then we call it rainbow because you do see a lot of different colors in it. So you notice some of these, you're going to see these golden hues. Some you're going to see the blues or sort of peacocks. You see some sort of lavenders. So you get like a big array of colors from that rainbow moonstone, which is some of the finest in the world. Again, we've got sort of an oxidized look here with the mill graining surrounding it, which does give you a sort of a very textured look. And a lot of times when you add that mill graining, as I've said before, you do kind of get that almost that micro diamond look, the micro pave diamond look. So you're getting like an individual halo. These are cabochons, but let's see. Well, there might be. No, they're not cabochons. These are all individually faceted as well. So you've got a nice table on the surface of each one of these individual ones, but you're still seeing a really, really big explosive bit of adulorescence with these. Inside out hoops, of course, instant classic from the moment those were brought on the scene, and they give you a very, very full and robust look, that whole three-dimensionality, right? So they're on the inside and the outside. You've got the nice sort of hinge backs there. They're going to snap directly into place. Locking backs there, going to stay nice and secure. And of course, stainless steel, so they're not going to give a lot. You shouldn't have to worry about those wearing out quickly, or you having to sort of bend it back like you might sometimes with silver, just because it's a little bit more malleable, and gold because it's very malleable. But this is going to be very, very strong. Properly cared for, the stones and all should last you a lifetime, and you can pass them down, and they're going to be, I think, stainless steel, metal of the future. You don't have to worry about it tarnishing. It doesn't oxidize, and it doesn't stain. And it's very, very strong. So hypoallergenic, of course, antimicrobial. So they use it in doctor's offices and a lot of that equipment. But this is a fantastic look. And ladies, I got to tell you, if you have a June birthday, or you're a June baby of any kind, or any of your family members, any of your loved ones, any of your friends are June babies, this would make an excellent gift. Moonstone, of course, you're a June birthstone. $19.99. We have 3 budget pays of $6.67. So already we presented to you the ring, which was also $19.99. I don't think this had a budget pay on it, but it's $19.99. It's 20 bucks. So potentially 27 bucks could get you both the ring and the matching earrings to go along. Again, these are faceted on those rainbow moonstone. You've got a faceted rainbow moonstone there. You just got a pop of color on this one in particular, right? But that is a fantastic look. So we're all about completing the look. We got about 38 reviews from these. How many do we have remaining?
We have 191.
Okay, so we have a lot of them. So enough to go around. If you own an online store, if you are a vendor at a mall or somewhere or wherever, have a jewelry store, this would be a great get, especially around May. So I mean, you could clean house. $19.99. That's like cost of what you would get something like this. These are absolutely gorgeous, and they're going to give you a nice full look. They're not huge. We're not talking shoulder sweepers here per se. A lot of people like the big hoops, and I think those are fun when we're going out to the party. But these are something you could dress up, you could dress down. I think they're very versatile in that way, and so definitely want to take advantage of that, and especially if you got the ring. Let's go ahead and get that matching set of earrings. So this will be sold 105. Again, sold 105. And DJ, do you want to move onward and forward? But
yeah.
Well, look real quick. Put the brakes on. Sorry. What are the other options that are available? Because when you go to sold 105, you're going to see a couple other opportunities there. Now, holy moly! There's a pair of Mozambique garnet earrings. We don't have them on set. Look at this, and imagine those moonstone. Okay, you're gonna have to use your imaginations here, but bear with me. Imagine those moonstone. Yes, I don't know why I do that. I always put it over whenever I drink on camera. Imagine these moonstone with Mozambique garnet. Beautiful, sort of fiery, almost orangey red Mozambique garnet. They're $9.99. Exact same look. Those are on the website. How many of those are there? Do you have access?
I have no idea.
Okay, we have no idea. And then click on anything else that's available. We've got smoky quartz on there, which is sort of a, smoky quartz, you guys know, it sort of gives you that cognac look. Those are $10.99, 4 karat 25, inside out hoops, exact same look as these, just take away the moonstone. And then we have black spinel. Those are on clearance, so those you wouldn't be able to return, but they're black spinel. They look amazing. They're going to have fantastic luster. They're black. You don't have to worry. There's an opaque gemstone. You just want the luster. Those will have it, and they're faceted. And they're $10.44. Okay, and that's what we have. Mm-hmm. The rest are sold out, right? Yeah. Or was there one more?
That was it.
Okay, so we got the Mozambique garnet. These are $19.99. A phenomenal deal. The Mozambique garnet at $9.99. Those will probably be sold out. We do have enough of these to go around. These just arrived. And then, of course, the Brazilian smoky quartz at $10.99 and the black spinel at $10.44. So think about getting all of those inside-out hoops. You're going to clean house. Again, you're going to have this exact look just with the different size or the same size, roughly. I mean, obviously, the carat weight could be different depending on the specific density and the gravity of the gemstones, but you're going to have this exact look. And I'd encourage you to get all of them because I think the inside-out hoop, there's nothing more sexy than a woman with inside-out hoops rocking them. They dress up, they dress down, they work for conservative environments, especially because we're at about an inch, a little bit over an inch in terms of the size, so they're not going to be too in your face. I think most, like for example, conservative work environments would probably be cool with that. But they will look very nice dressed up in that little black dress as well as jeans. So, all right, so we're going to move forward. These are sold 105. Now, we kind of brought you a suite, didn't we, of the Sleeping Beauty to begin with. This one I thought would make a great for gents ring or ladies ring. It's meant to be a ladies, but I just think it works because you got kind of a wide band, sort of a cigar style band. You got sort of a different look there that works, and we had it up to size 11. Just arrived. But we are going to show you another one Let me ask y'all a question. Ladies, are you big into bypass rings? I know they're super fashion forward. I think it's a style that's never going out of style. I'm very, very bullish. I'm very, very intrigued and fascinated by that look on people. I love the bypass ring. Take a look at this. This is a winner. This, it looks like almost like two snakes just sort of wrapping around your finger. So you get that wide band look. You get a lot of great use from the negative space here. This is from the Karis family. I love, love, love our Karis brand jewelry. Now, most of it's going to have brass underlayment. Brass is fairly hypoallergenic, so you don't have to worry about anything that's going to sort of that's going to be irritating to the skin. It's going to cause any kind of breakouts or anything like that. But we got this with 18 karat yellow gold plating, but underneath that is a platinum bond that they bond to the metal. So that creates another layer of course, hypoallergenic and material, and gives you a very, very expensive look. So you're getting the look of a platinum ring that's designer, that's boutique, because a lot of your high-end designers are using gold with platinum or gold with silver, gold with 18 karat white gold, or gold with 14 karat white gold. So you've got 18 karat here, and all these beautiful little fleur-de-lis kind of deals going on, sort of an eye of rum going on there, almost like an Egyptian style look. The detail on this is dynamite. The stones, Sleeping Beauty, I don't have to go through that that whole rigmarole again. The 2013 closing down of the mine, or 2012, whatever it was. The lack of material, the lack of finding this material in new jewelry. You'll be able to see in a lot of estate jewelry, surely. But you'll pay a fortune for it, probably. Today, this ring, and I got to think it just came in because only the size 11 is sold out. But we've only got 2 reviews. They're both 5-star because this is a giveaway price. I'm going to be getting one for sure because it's only $19.99. You're getting 2 Sleeping Beauty, carat 25, giving you the look of a carat a piece easily on those pear shapes. Take a look at this. I'm going to put it on my finger. Yeah. Big, bold look. I got huge hands, right? Big, bold look. Luxury, designer look, intricate, detailed work here. Platinum bond, 18 karat yellow gold plating over that. This is a sexy ring. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal opportunity. Ladies, you've got to get one. 2 budget pays of $10 as if you need it. It's 19 bucks, 20 bucks, $20. Get 3 of them because you're going to get tons of compliments from your lady friends. So we showed you sold 101. This is sold 106. That's 101, 106. These are only 2 we have, but they are spectacular in their own right, right? Stunning opportunity here. I love, love, love this. There's nothing I like better than a cool, you got a big robust look. It covers a lot of real estate on the finger. It's noticeable without being overly ostentatious and sort of meh. It's not like a big, monster truck. It's fine. I like those big looks too. But this is low key, fairly low profile too. So it's something you could wear every day, but this is something that you would see in the showroom of the Blue Box store. And ironically, the turquoise is about the color of the blue box, right? $19.99. That's serious business. That looks like a $2,000 ring, a $3,000 ring. Those gemstones alone are worth easily the price of admission. One of those gemstones would easily be worth the price of admission. We're talking about Sleeping Beauty. This is not highlight. These are not plastics. These are not ceramic, colored ceramic or colored glass made to look like Sleeping Beauty. This is genuine Globe Mine from Globe, Arizona. Sleeping Beauty Mine, Arizona. Sleeping Beauty turquoise. You get it all for 20 bucks. Get more than one if you can afford it. Vendors, oh yes. Online store, lady, you got a little Shopify or whatever they are, the online stores, and you have a good following. Oh yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's a huge affirmative. How many do we have in total, just of everything? Do you know?
87.
Okay, so we have 87, thankfully. I'm definitely getting one. Because I want this, and look, I'm not for me, but I want this in my collection because I know this is something that I can easily turn around, down the line. I think legally we're not allowed to do that, but I know that this is something that it A, is not going to go out of style. It B, has a unique, full look. You've even got the mill graining with that 18 karat yellow gold plating surrounding these, adding more texture, more dimension, all this design work. The bypass styling is just so hot to me, and I know to a lot of our customers it is, and it's just so well made. You've even got a finished under gallery underneath here, ladies. This is a winner. Anybody I see, I'm immediately intrigued if I see somebody wearing this. If I see this on a woman's hand, I'm just going to be like, this is an interesting person. That is bad A, is what I'm saying. Keeping it PG. But man, this is bad A. And I love the fact, look at the side profile there. You've got that platinum bond on the side. So you've just got the plating over the top, which I really love, because if it was all gold, it would look killer. But I love that mixture, giving it that very, very fine, that very, very nice sort of really designer look, that really inspired high-end luxury boutique look. I'll sit on this one all day if you let me. So I've got to move on. This is sold 106. Sold 106. We're moving on to sold 107. But that one for $20. Our designers need to take a bow for 87. That could be $39.99, and I would probably still buy it. And that's me here. Look, I work here, so I'm spoiled like a lot of you are if you've been with Shop LC for a while. And so I don't get impressed very easily. I was very impressed by that. Now, if you want something that is very, very impressive, we can talk about Santa Ana Madeira citrine. Now, Madeira citrine with this rich, rich color. Citrine in and of itself, not necessarily a rare stone to find. We're talking kind of golden yellow quartz. When you get into this color, that Madeira citrine, you're getting into the very, very creme de la creme. You're getting into that top 5 percentile, right? Of very, very fine material, very, very rare material, in fact. I love what they did with this one. You've got elegant simplicity at its finest. Because when you have a stone that's this beautiful, that's cut in such a way that's so wonderful, that's got a nice carat weight, about a carat 30 on this. It's we're at a good size. Then you don't need a lot of accoutrement to go along with it. So elegant simplicity in the mounting. Folks, this, and I want you to see this, and I hope you see what I see, but this is a beauty. You've got all those fires and embers. You've got that reddish orange, which is that deep, deep texture here. I'm going to kind of cover up here. I know this is not exactly and I know I've got a workout, so I've got the calluses on the hands and all of these things. But I don't want it to focus on my face. I'm trying to get you guys to see what I'm seeing. This is a beauty. It would make a great engagement ring. A lot of people are using the colored gemstones. If you have somebody that loves that orange, that fiery orange red, you've got these bright burning yellow embers in here. It almost is very reminiscent to me, almost of a spessartine color borderline. It's like you know what? To me, it's like a very, very crystal clear fire opal. Fire opal tends to be a little more sleepy, right? A little more subdued, a little more, just kind of, opaque. This is like that if it was just crystal clean, and it's a beauty. It would make a killer engagement ring. A lot of people are using the colored gemstones for engagement, and back in the day, that was what they used mostly. It wasn't until the big diamond campaigns of the 20th century, or the 20th century that really brought diamonds out to the forefront as a wedding gemstone or stone. Not necessarily, technically, it's not a gemstone. But before that, they used color, and that's become very, very wildly popular. It has been in Europe forever, though, but even in the United States. This gives you that beautiful solitaire look. You don't need much more, do you? When you've got a stone that's that gorgeous. Now, this is $37.99 for Madeira citrine. Fantastic. We've got it available in sizes 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You've got a nice vermeil, which is going to give you 2.5 microns of yellow gold on top of sterling silver. So we're talking about nothing but precious metal. You're bathed in, of course, noble precious metal. If we really want to get technical. This doesn't do it justice because they had a little fingerprint kind of deal going on there. But just to kind of give you an enlarged look, you've got a really beautiful cushion cut there. But in person, this is fiery. This is brilliant. This has sparkle. This has everything you want in sort of more of an orange, a deeper reddish orange gemstone. So this is not, and I want to repeat, this is not your grandmother's citrine or your mom's citrine. No offense to either mom or grandma. You know the saying. This is next level. This is what people pay a lot of money for because this is a color in citrine that you don't see. And just as a side note, this is going to be also your November birthstone. So if you have any friends, family members, loved ones, neighbors, whoever, that you know are lovers of golden color, well, in this case, more of a fiery golden, but they have a November birthday, think about getting this as a gift. It's a classic look, the solitaire look, you know, just that classic sort of almost bridal solitaire look that only can be done and only works if you have a really top gem, world-class gemstone. Ding, 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 you've got that here. Your top 5% of all citrine. So if you're a lover of citrine, this is for you, big time. If you have a citrine, maybe you have a big cocktail ring, citrine ring. Those are not uncommon. You can get those and you can get them. It's not going to break the bank. You can probably get a nice size citrine for under $1,000. But is it going to be the best quality citrine? This is in your top 5 percentile. This is that. And this is less than $40. $37.99. We're going to move on. This is sold 107. Sold 107. Elegant simplicity at its finest. And one of the prettiest citrine rings you will ever own. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. $12.67 on budget pay. And what looks better with a golden stone, or a sort of a fiery golden in this case, than vermeil? Makes it pop. Just adds to that richness of color. You're seeing little flashes of orange and red and deep, almost blushes in this. This is spectacular. That gemstone is so money. Okay, so we're gonna move on. I'm in love. The answer is yes. I just got proposed to. The bridal look, solitaire. Yes. I accept. All right, I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm joking, of course, but I hope you guys are having a good time. We are at just about the 1 hour mark. Going to do a quick reset. Do want to remind people, I know I kind of went over this and treaded this ground yesterday, but keep in mind that with every purchase you do, you make, no matter how big or small. Of course, today we're doing predominantly under 50, so we're going to get you a lot of great gift items today. But with any purchase, it could be $1, it could be $10,000. We are going to donate a meal to a child in need, or an underprivileged child, I would say. Either whether it be here in America, we have a group that we work with where our parent company is at Akshaya Patra in India. We have the Your Purchase Feeds Foundation here in America, where most of those meals go to as well, where we deliver those meals on your behalf with each purchase. So yesterday we reached a milestone of 47 million. So we're very, very excited about that. We finally hit that mark. When I came in, just to give you some perspective, about a year and a half ago, a little over, we were at 38 million. All right, so we hit 47 million meals delivered as of yesterday morning. So that's a wonderful thing. It's not going to increase your price. It's been something we've been involved with for years, doing on your behalf. So just know that not only are you getting a lovely piece of jewelry, a really great buy in terms of value, but you're also going to, with each purchase, going to deliver a meal to a child that might otherwise not have gotten one. So good on you. All right. That said, TikTok. If you're watching through that modality, I want to encourage you to click if you see something you love. For example, the one we just showed was sold 107, right?
Yes.
This was sold 107. The way it would work is you would click on the link in the bio above my head. That will then redirect you to a drop-down menu where you will see live stream. Not live TV, but live stream. Click on that. That will then redirect you to the website version of this, where you'll then just click on the actual, you'll see a picture of it to the left or right of me. And you click on that, and then that should take you there. For everyone, or put in the sold 107 there, and it should bring that right back up on the right screen. I hope that's making sense. I'm getting it very convoluted now. For everybody who's watching on, if not, just send me a message and I'll clarify. Now, if everybody is watching on Instagram and Facebook, and the website should automatically be there, you just click on it, but you will punch in the code sold 107, for example, here. The next item we're about to show you is going to be a beautiful pair of earrings. They'll be sold 108, and so on and so forth. They'll be sold 109, the item after that. Put that in the comments section. That will then redirect you to the website where you'll then be able to procure your item and also see a lot more detailed pictures. You should usually see like one of it with it on the model, so on and so forth, and different angles of it, and get all the exact specifications of the jewelry and the gemstones, etc., etc. All right, fair enough? Everybody good? All right, that being said, Madeira citrine, mwah, love it. But we are going to move on to a beautiful pair of what I think are matching earrings to go along with the ring. Now, a little bit of a difference here. Now, these we have in sterling silver, bathed in platinum. But again, we've got that really, really rich reddish orange or orangish red Madeira colored citrine here in these gorgeous pear shaped. I think it goes great with the ring that we just showed you. But again, this one's going to be in vermeil, but I think it still works because you've got excellent color, very, very similar to what we had on that ring. Again, the best of the best when it comes to citrine, your November birthstone. But they added a little something different here. They went ahead and put what looks like, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's either rubellite or sort of a hot pink fuchsia tourmaline here, or you know, it could be, it might be that Tanzanian wine Merlot or Garnet actually, but we'll find that out for you. These look expensive. Guess what? They're not. They look like probably $2,000. They're only going to be $49.99. Classy, beautiful, ornate pair of dangles here, just to give you some scale there. All right, $12.50 on budget pay gets these home. You've got all these really, really beautiful multi-gemstones. You've probably got white zircons surrounding here. Almost gives you like an upside down cobra head. It's very ornate, very, very intricate with the detail. You got pear shapes, these marquees, these smaller rounds, a big round right there. And they're going to be post and friction backs. You've got the big, large disc backs. That's going to give you about a $10 value just right there. With those large disc backs, and keep them nice and secure, not let them get all, you know, cattywampus and whatnot on the ear. Do love those big disc backs. But you've got nice articulation with the pear shapes. You've got, of course, all that precious metal surrounding it, and then a nice, almost three-quarter halo that you're getting, and even a nice little round right there and right there. All prong set. These are very, very intricate in terms of like the amount of labor to go in this, making something like this, and those colors work together. This sort of fuchsia colored red, this rich, rich raspberry red, really draws out the red in those sort of almost reddish orange Madeira color there too. These are fantastic. They look like they would be in a showroom, and they look like they'd be very expensive in said showroom. Today you get them for $49.99. And because we've reached that threshold, that $49.99 threshold there on the website, you will not have to pay any shipping. Typically $50 or more, but I think the cutoff is like $49.99. And sometimes they'll cut you some slack with $47.99. But $12.50 on budget pay will get them home to you. And then you'll have 3 months of paying less than 50 cents a day. Is that fair? If that is, then I say you got to pull the trigger. If you love them. And what's not to love, though? Look at those. Here, let me hold them still a little bit. Everybody seeing that? C'est fantastique. Let's scroll down if we could a little bit, though. I just want to get a couple more specs on the exact particulars. So we got a carat 31. That's going to be your Santa Ana Madeira Citrine there. So we've got a nice size on those pear shapes. They're going to be 7x5. Give you a nice full look. Red, orange, transparent, 7 hardness. Let's scroll down just a little bit. So we do have a Rissa rhodolite garnet. I was saying that forgive me, I said that there was fuchsia tourmaline, but the finest garnet money could buy there. Go back. We got 24 points and then 39. So 24 plus 39, so about 60 and some change points in your Orissa rhodolite garnet. And if we could continue further on down the line, we've got then white zircon, which is just going to give you that 3/4 cover here. I kind of like the fact that they didn't go all the way. They kind of kept this down part open there, which really gives it a different look. So it's not like a full halo. This gives it sort of an added dimension and element. Remember what I said? It kind of looks almost like an upside down cobra head. So it gives it a really sort of almost an edgy sort of design framework there too, which I really, really love. Of course, you have the nice articulation. They're not going to be shoulder sweepers, but they are going to be something you could dress up very nicely, something you could wear every single day, but something that you will most assuredly be getting a lot of compliments on. So this is going to be items sold 108. You got a nice finish back on those too. Some nice sort of filigree work there as well. So it's not like they just did the front all beautifully and ornately and then they just stopped and just left the back just wide open for whatever. No, 360 degrees, and you got those big disc backs on the back, which are going to keep them nice and firmly secure, at least that post and friction portion of it. So that the only articulating that will be done is with those nice dangles. So take advantage of that, ladies and gentlemen. If you in fact are, well, a January birthday, because we do have those rhodolite garnet, or if you are a November birthday, you're going to have the top 5 percentile, that beautiful Madeira citrine color. So, or if you just love beautiful jewelry. Let's pull the trigger on those. Very limited in what we have, but we're going to move on. This is sold 108. All right. Give you a little preview of what's coming up. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. And do you want to see a big look? Now, we brought you a very cool moonstone ring earlier, didn't we? We brought you some beautiful moonstone earrings. You know what I think would go great with those? And if you're a lover of that big, bold look, and this was one, look, I showed this one the other day because I loved it, but this is one that whenever I show something that I really, really like, if there's enough of them, I'll always say, hey, that was a great deal. For whatever reason that I liked it, that was a really good value, or that was a really cool ring. This is all of those things, including that's a big, bold look. This is not for the faint of heart. You don't have to be the life of the party. You're going to be, either way, if you have this, because this is the epitome of a cocktail ring. Now, I'm just going to show you on my hand, because it's not for me necessarily, but ladies, this is spectacular. This is bold. This is fun. This is a heart-shaped labradorite. This picture doesn't do it justice. This picture does not show the depth of labradorescence. That's that Schiller effect that you get. And the reason why I showed the moonstone is because moonstone is cousin to your labradorite. They're both from the feldspar family, right? They both have that Schiller effect. With moonstone, of course, we call it adulorescence. With the labradorite, we call it labradorescence. But it's all the same game. But with the labradorite, you've got this sort of gray back, sort of almost silvery back tone with what can be, well, at its best, you're going to see blues, you're going to see reds, almost peacock. With this one, you're seeing orangey. You're seeing all kinds of Schiller effect, that sort of phantom that you see, depending on the light source, and this sort of three-dimensionality and almost like a play of color in a way, because I don't know if you guys are seeing all that. There we go for TikTok. But look at all those phantoms or labradorescence. You've even got a really beautiful honeycomb under gallery in the back. Now this is Bali Legacy. We'd expect nothing less from Bali Legacy. This is the Balinese people. They use older techniques that are passed down from generations and generations and have been for over 1,000 years or close to 1,000 years. But they do everything handmade. So this is not a CAD machine and then they print it out in a 3D printer. No, 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 no. This is all done by hand with TLC. A prayer is said before each item before they begin, and the prayer is said over it before it goes out for whomever may end up wearing it. So there's a lot of love, a lot of really, really intricate, detailed, and inspired work that goes on with these Bali Legacy pieces, and it shows. Even look at the you got the well, put it on kind of a little sideways, didn't I? There we go. You've got there we go. You've got all this detailed work surrounding. So you've got the really nice bezel set. It's going to protect your stone there. So it gives it, look, when you're talking about 30 carat 75, you're going to have naturally a higher profile, right? But as far as cocktail rings go, it's a relatively, I mean, in a stone this huge, it's a relatively low profile, wouldn't you say? All things being considered. But you don't need a high profile because you do have all of that three-dimensional sort of, and again, this is, do we have a different picture? Because this is like, this makes it look all dull and just makes it almost look like an opaque stone, which is anything but.
Not really.
Okay.
Well,
Just show it with the on the hand model, the model on the
Gotcha.
hand. I like that meta. But you have all this detailed work surrounding this sort of scroll, sort of almost ocean waves surrounding it. In that detailed work, all hand tooled, and again, you've got that sort of honeycomb gallery behind it. So it's not like they give it to you 360 degrees, and you could tell they superimposed that on her hand because this is really more like that. Occasionally that'll happen, but I know for a fact because look at this on my big huge hands, and it doesn't go that length. So it'd be more like that. Actually, that's a terrible representation too. All right. I'm not gonna, you know, our photographer, look, they do hard, they're getting thousands of items in, so I'm not gonna hate. I just did. $39.99. That is not an accurate representation. This is a cocktail ring times 10. This is that big, bold, fantastic look that you want. You're going out, yep, you're going out for drinks with the girls, bam, leader in the clubhouse. All right? Yes. Get up, maybe golf with the girlfriends, get done, run out to your car, slide this bad boy on, bam, leader in the clubhouse. Heart, perfect. Guys, if you're watching, gentlemen, I know we have a couple guys watching out there. Get this for your special lady friend, your wife, whomever, your sister, who likes those big, bold, robust looks, who maybe is a little bit shy, but you want her to come out of her shell. Bam. Heart shape, perfect for Valentine's Day, perfect for any time's day. Right? This is a good looking ring. I love it. All bezel set, wonderfully protected. Can we scroll down just a little bit to the bottom? We've got it available in sizes 5 through 10. No excuses here. Even the side, even that split shank on the side, look at all that detailed work. Just right here. Nothing was left untouched with this ring. So anyway, you're going to get minimum 30.75 to, give or take 2 or 3 carats, but you're going to have these roughly these same dimensions. Minimum size 25 millimeters, so it's massive. 6.5 on the most hardness scale. This is a no treatment, of course. I think I pointed that out. Can we scroll down just a little bit further? So height 26. Okay, cool. All right, I'm satisfied here, folks. We're going to be moving on. That's a lot of hardware too, though. A lot of precious metal, a lot of sterling silver for $40 to get something this massive, this fun, this well-made. I can't encourage you strongly enough. And labradorite is one of the most beautiful all-natural gemstones that you will ever see out there. This has 9 reviews, a good amount of reviews for when we get in items that are this limited, because when they're Bali Legacy, they're usually going to be very limited. But 9 reviews is going to give you a pretty good mosaic, and I think it's like 4.7, 4.9 stars, so out of 5. So that's a really, really, that's a good review on that. But we're going to move on. This is, though, one of the coolest and most robust cocktail rings that we've ever had here. And again, those are going to be very, very limited. Usually when you get the Bali Legacy pieces, they're made in limited amounts. I mean, we may get something that approximates this, but they're not going to redo. They typically don't redo the exact same details as they do. So what you're getting is essentially a work of art. It's a one of 70 or one of 50 or one of 40 or one of 30. So keep that in mind, that you are kind of getting something that's very, very exclusive. Now, we're going to move on to what is one of my favorite gemstones. And if you go to the website, shoplc.com, you will see that I've got listed on there as my favorite gemstone, blue zircon. I vacillate, I will admit. Every time I see an opal, a really, really nice opal, I'm like, ooh, that's my favorite. A little ADD. Every time I see like a really, really pretty quad A or nice triple A tanzanite, I'm like, ooh, that's my favorite gemstone now. But if I'm being honest, and I had to boil it down, I love a blue zircon. Blue zircon gives you almost a neon, almost a very, very deep, rich Santa Maria aquamarine blue, but with the firepower, the sparkle factor of a diamond. You've got here, the diamonds are singly refractive, but they do have a high refractive index. A high refractive index on blue zircon too, but it's a doubly refractive gemstone. In other words, the light will go in and then it splits into 2, so you get back double that, making it often a stunt double for diamonds, whether it be blue, in this case, blue zircon, stunt double for blue diamonds, although I've seen a lot of blue diamonds. The blue zircon to me is prettier than the ones I've seen that I've sold for a ton of money, like ungodly amounts. This is still somewhat affordable, but it is extremely rare. The Cambodian blue zircon. In fact, it's known as the unreliable fruit. They use fairly primitive mining techniques in Cambodia to get this material, and they've rarely come back with a lot of it, hence the name, the unreliable fruit. They can't count on it being there. They can sometimes go out for 2 days, come back with nothing. But this is 2 carat 70. So for all intents and purposes, we do have a couple white zircons here, nice ornate on the side with a sort of half channel, half prong setting. So it's going to be very sizable, but there's no need to worry about that. But what I was going to say is we're essentially looking at the look of close to 3 carats here with these very, very nice and large, because blue zircon is not one that you're going to see and you're not going to see it in like size 3 carats. I mean, you will, but you're going to pay for that. You're not going to see it in 4 or 5 carats. This is one, unlike quartz, where it's very, very rare to see it in anything, even approaching a carat, much less over a carat. So our benchmark, we're very, very close to a carat on these, and because of the nature of the cutting and because of the nature of the doubly refractive gemstone here, you're not going to see a whole lot of windows. You're going to get a great full look, and these are going to be beautifully matched, beautifully mated, and you're not going to pay a fortune for it. You're going to pay, let's see, $469 is our estimated retail value. I think that is more than generous. I think this is something, because you don't see it everywhere, it's very, very difficult and rare to see even in any retail setting because of the rarity of the gemstone. I think that this is something you could easily see for double $469, our estimated retail value. But none of that matters, because today you're getting it, and we guarantee this price only for the next 24 hours. It may stay there that way after, if somebody messes up and forgets to dial it back up, but for now and for the next 24 hours, and today's the 3rd of February, it's flying by, you can get this for under $50. An amazing, amazing value for one of the most beautiful blue gemstones on God's green earth. And I hope you guys are seeing that pretty well. $49.99. We've only got one review because it's a relatively new one, and that one's 5 stars, of course. So that's neither here nor there, but for what it's worth. $12.50 is your budget pay. Neon, it almost, you know, I said it kind of almost reminds me of the Santa Ana Madeira citrine. To me, it almost has that pool water blue of, I think it closely approximates in many ways, or at least this one in particular does. It closely approximates to me the look of that pool water blue Paraiba tourmaline. What do you guys think? I'd be interested to know. This is fantastic. You know what? I better take this off because I don't want to take away from. That was sold 101, by the way. The Sleeping Beauty turquoise, not a gents ring, but it works as a gents ring. But I just want to kind of give you an idea of scale. Got big hands, you know that. Yep. But look at that firepower. Look at all that refractive nature. The deep, rich blue color, that sort of neon. It's as if, yeah, this one's almost like a Santa Maria aquamarine, pool water blue, Paraiba tourmaline, had a threesome with a diamond, and the love child. All right, not to get too graphic, but was this. That is what you're getting the look of. Now, if we could scroll down a little bit, I just want to give you the particulars. Not to get too graphic. That was a little bit graphic with it. All right, now, 2 carat 55. So approaching a carat apiece on all three of those beautifully matched, mated, and wonderfully calibrated blue zircon. 6 by 4 millimeters on each of those, right? 7.5 hardness scale, so you've got something that's going to be everyday wearable, very durable with the zircon. Zircon, never, ever, ever confuse zircon with cubic zirconia. These are two totally different things. Zircon is a genuine gemstone, a mined from the earth gemstone. Cambodia, one of the few places where you can get this rich blue material. And it's one of the oldest gemstones in the world, too. It's like over 4 billion years old. So something that took a long time for Mother Nature to create. Now, we've also got the white zircon. Now, these are secondary, obviously, but they're beautiful accents. They really complete that look and add a little extra bit, just a little bit of a kiss, a nice cherry on top of what is an incredible sundae of beautifully past, present, and future look. But those are going to give you two. And again, zircon, often a stunt double for diamond for good reason. So you're getting kind of that almost VS colorless diamond look from these two all-natural white zircon, which is going to be these little trapezoids on either side. Just a nice little extra kiss to what is an already beautiful, beautiful ring. And this is, and it kind of almost adds like also that sort of Art Deco, that nice symmetry that we get with Art Deco pieces a lot of times. Art Deco is known for wonderful symmetry. Of course, you do have it with that platinum overlay on top of precious metal, which also then adds, because a lot of our Art Deco pieces were sort of done in platinum. That was when platinum really started hitting its stride. And that's the reason why a lot of those Art Deco pieces withstand the test of time, because you do have a lot of those done in platinum, which is a very strong metal. So that gives it an added bit of strength and elegance in that overlay that you have there on this ring, which I just can't say enough about. I'm a huge fan, obviously, of zircon. I don't see why anybody wouldn't be, but blue zircon in particular, to me, is just one of the, if not the most beautiful gemstone there is. You get doubly refractive, you get a lot of firepower in terms of sparkle and brilliance and light return, and it's brilliant in more ways than, like, figuratively and literally. It's a brilliant stone. So I can't encourage it strongly enough. It's under $50. This looks like several $1,000s. If these are Paraiba tourmalines, which it kind of has that look of pool water blue Paraiba tourmaline, forget about it. You're talking a fortune. I mean, this would be like a $20,000 ring, but you're getting that look, that neon, almost neon glow, and that refractiveness. It's strong. All right, so, but maybe I'm partial. Nah, it's just strong. I'm not partial. That's a good looking ring. under $50, utilize your budget pay. If that's a little bit too much on the budget, look, I totally get that. I'm not been there. But if you love it, if you don't love it, whatever. But if you love it, don't miss that. Now, guess what? I've got a really, really good bit of news here. Well, if you love that, what's not to love? We've got a pair of earrings that are going to go so phenomenally with those cushion cuts. Now, these will be sort of an emerald cut on your studs. They work. They work. Oh boy, do they work. Yes, yes, and yes. Now, I'm going to put them on the black just because I've already got the ring on a black ring finger. But ladies and gentlemen, these are going to be a carat 80, and you're getting a nice full look. They're going to be post and friction, right? You're going to be in platinum over sterling silver. And man, are they gorgeous. So precious metal, rare gemstone, nearly a carat a piece. The perfect addition to go with that ring. So I'm going to kind of show you it first together. So here we are, sold 111, Cambodian blue zircon. Got an emerald cut this time, so nice little hallway pass. You got sort of a step cut there. Going to go fantastically with that ring that we just got you. Yeah? And I know this is sort of a crude way to show it, but I just wanted you to see that with the ring, because with the rings you have that sort of elongated cushion. So these are going to be ideal with that. All right. $29. $29.99. Trying to work on my Spanish here. Did I just butcher that? $29.99. How many of these do we have?
We have 18. 18, yeah.
18 of them. Cool. All right, that makes me happy because I want to get a pair. Studs. Classic. Studs. Always in vogue. Studs with beautiful gemstones like this that have pop and firepower and scintillation and sparkle. Perfect to even dress up with. So if you're in a conservative work environment, gentlemen, you got a pierced ear, do it. But you got a pierced ear. Ladies, these work. Dress up, dress down, blue jeans, bikini, little black dress, anything. Perfect. You love blue gemstones, this is for you. You love genuine, mined from the earth, not zirconium, zircon, oldest gemstone on planet Earth, in one of the most beautiful colors known to man. Bam, you've got it with this. All precious metal, platinum overlay. Perfect, ideal, not too big, not too small as far as studs go. Just ideal, ideal, ideal. Great, 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 great gift for yourself. Gift yourself first, ladies, always. And then think about, because we do have 18 of them. Well, you have 17 of them because I'm getting the pair. But then think about gifting a friend, a lover of blue gemstones, a lover of Pataiba tourmaline. If you have a friend that loves pool water blue, Pataiba tourmaline, if you have a friend that is a March birthday and is a huge, huge connoisseur of the finest aquamarine, that deep, rich Santa Maria color, yes. If you have a friend that is a lover of colored diamonds, that loves the sparkle power, that loves the fire, the brilliance, and all this and that, yes. That is going to be an ideal gift. It's not gonna offend. It's not too big. It's not super busy. It's just ideal, and it's always gonna please. The cutting, the carat weight, the color. It has the 4 C's that we look for, and it's a very low key set of just studs. I mean, that's what studs are by their very nature, typically, until we put them with such a beautiful gemstone. And that's what you have here. Ding, ding, ding. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, I think this makes the ideal. Gentlemen, if you've been struggling to sort of come up with Oh man, what do I do for Valentine's Day? She's got she's got a ruby ring. She's got an emerald ring. I don't know. She's got a topaz. This you can't go wrong. Now it may not be the one gift you want to give. It might just be an accoutrement to another gift or whatever, or it could be a culmination of a couple of different gifts that we've shown you here today. But this for $29.99, fantastic buy. Nearly a carat a piece in each of those. I mean, look, that's big enough to be its own solitaire ring, quite frankly. All right? Just beautiful. So take advantage of it. $10 on budget pay. Get them home. See if you love it. If you don't, send them back. There's only 18 left, though. There's only 18 left. Beautiful Cambodian blue zircon, ladies and gentlemen. That is, it's firepower. It's so wonderful. So that's all I have to say about that. Man, love those. All right. So that's sold $111, $10 on budget pay. Get it home. Take a shot. If you don't agree with me, send them back. You're not going to break my heart. But there's only going to be 17 of you that are going to get them. So just know that going into it. So we're going to move on to what is known. Now, you hear us talk about the, excuse me, I'm still here with you. I'm going to pull up this chair. I'm going to have a fireside chat. You hear us talk about the metaphysical a lot. You don't hear me talk about it. Now, full disclosure, I'm not a huge, it's not my wheelhouse, right? But in terms of when it comes to the metaphysical, the chakras and these things like that, and just like the heart and the head, and this is good for calming. This is good for encouraging wealth and optimism and things like that. The one thing that you will find if you read in any of those books, now I've got a skim deep knowledge of it. So full disclosure, I'm never going to lie to you guys. I just do. It's not my strength. But the one thing that I have noticed, the one common thread in all these books, and whether they're talking about the chakras and the different areas, and I do believe there's something to that scientifically and metaphysically and all this and that. But the one thing that I've sort of noticed, and the one gemstone that I've noticed that tends to be sort of reoccurring, it's commonly weaved throughout any book or any online thing that I've read or any sort of online publication, is black tourmaline. For whatever reason, it commonly comes up as sort of providing almost more in terms of, whether we're talking about shungite or terahertz, whatever, black tourmaline for some reason is one that seems to really hit on all cylinders, I guess, when it comes to like all the sort of metaphysical type stuff. And that's about all I know about it, is that it commonly shows up. Is that this is going to be one of those that does promote sort of feelings of calm, feelings of center for whatever reason. There's different vibrations in different stones. There's different levels of radioactivity. And obviously any gemstone that we're going to sell you is not going to be like, crazy, plutonium or anything in it. But this one, I think, is one that you really want to get for that reason. All those different metaphysical reasons that are really positive and good for good for your spirit, your aura, and your actual good health and well-being. So get it for that reason. But then I can tell you why I would get it, because A, this is a monster. It's a large stone. B, it's going to give you that black diamond look. It's got a really nice opaque, but very lustrous color to it. And the cutting's fantastic. But it's got a beautiful mounting too. And it's just a good looking cocktail ring that you can wear with anything. But it does have this sort of naughtiness going on with these rubies going down either side. It does have the ornate sort of high-end decorative value, that sort of boutique design element of the yellow gold right? So we've got the vermeil with the platinum. It's all going to be in sterling silver. Large center stone there, 6 carat 65. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're about 6 carats on that black tourmaline, which could provide. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor, and of course, you just heard I'm not. That's not my wheelhouse necessarily, but could provide a lot of potential health benefits in terms of centering you, in terms of promoting that well-being, that wellness of spirit, that calmness, all these things. As a matter of fact, I need to put this on, don't I? So hyper. And chill. Yeah. $39.99. I'm just going to show you for just for give you some relative size. I've got big hands, everybody knows that. Yeah, but look at this on the model. How gorgeous is that? Nice sort of box style mounting. You got sort of a cathedral style that leads up on either side of your shoulders there, if you can see that. So you've got a nice use of negative space right here on either side. And of course, it's going to have to sit up a little bit higher just because you're talking about such a large center stone, quite frankly. $39.99. We got it available in sizes 6 through 10. I love what they did by adding that pop of color with these round, gorgeous fire engine red rubies, almost cherry, maraschino cherry red rubies on either side. Of course, round brilliant cuts. I love that they did that gold combined with the platinum there, which gives you, of course, what I think and what I've seen and what I'm sure a lot of you have seen, that a lot of the high-end designers and jewelry designers are working with, sort of that mixture of the two, which really meshes really well. And then it's, of course, all on top of precious metal, sterling silver. Folks, this is a winner. It's, again, because of that black stone, it's gonna work great. Now you do have that pop of red, of course, but because of the black stone, primarily, it's gonna work great with nearly any color palette that you have in your wardrobe. Of course, you do have the red, but I think that adds an element of sort of edge and design and naughtiness to go along with the black, which all just works so well together. You've got all this weaved filigree work sort of going around in the side, just really intricate, detailed waves almost going up either side. You see that? Just sort of these gorgeous sort of yin-yang-ish waves. They're just flowing and just really leading up to that beautiful center stone there. So, could we scroll down? Less than $40 gets this home, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got it available. It's a newer arrival. We don't have a lot of them, though. We've only got it available in the 6 through 9, I think. But it's going to be 5 carat 94. So for all intents and purposes, we're looking at about a 6 carat, right? 14 by 10 millimeter. Big one. It's not gigantor, we're not talking about like the very large cocktail ring, that we had with our that beautiful labradorite, which is amazing. But you do have a nice, full, robust look that I think is going to work for everyday wear, sure. But I think could absolutely work as that sort of, whoa, that is a stunning ring. And it, again, great stunt double. It's black tourmaline. This is going to be all natural material, but it's a great stunt double for a black diamond. But if that's a black diamond, you're talking very expensive. This Australian material, we're able to get it at a great deal, but don't think that this is not a rare gemstone, ladies and gentlemen. Tourmaline is, of course, known as a collector's gemstone. So keep that in mind when you're making this purchase. Just because you're talking about an opaque black gemstone does not take away from the value. This is absolutely gorgeous, and people are more than ever finding value and huge love for these black gemstones. They're having, well, not that they ever went out of style, but they work so well with all the different wardrobe choices, and they just and they're sort of they're fun, they're flirty, they're sexy, and this with that red, that little pop of red, and that gold with the platinum, that works. So that one's going to be sold $112, and we're going to move onward and forward because I want to make sure that we can get to everything. But now's a good time. You know what? We're about 35 minutes in. Now's a good time to reset real quick. If you just joined us, we thank you so much for watching TikTok. Everybody who's watching there, want to encourage you to speak your mind, say hello. I'm trying to get to you guys. They kind of scroll up. I see a lot of people, but people are constantly joining, so that scroll is constantly moving up on me. But what I will say is if you have any questions or if I go too fast on something, just give me a heads up. The way it's going to work for you, you're going to click on the link in the bio above my head. It will then take you to a drop-down menu. You will then go to live stream, not live TV, but live stream. There, click on that. That will take you then direct you to the Shop LC webpage where you can see the current item and any current items, the items that we've shown in a little menu off to the side. Just click on that. Now, for everybody who's watching on Facebook and Instagram, the way it's going to work for you is you will put in the comments section. For example, the item we just showed was sold 112. For this one, you would have put sold 112 in the comments section, and that's going to allow you to then go be redirected to the page where you can check out and find out all the pertinent information on any piece of jewelry or any lifestyle piece, whatever it may be that we're showing at any given time. And then, of course, you can do the checkout there. So, that being said.
Okay, Chris, we have about 20 minutes left and 6 items.
Okay, so we're making decent time then, yeah?
Decent.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, so, all right, good, I don't have to rush. A lot of times I have to rush towards the end. And I'm going to take a deep breath, do a little stretch out. All right. Now, if you took advantage of that amazing tourmaline ring, you're in for a treat. I'm going to say this. All right, guys, I want you to look alive right now. Gentlemen, ladies, if you're thinking about getting your gentleman something, I want you to look alive. Gentlemen, if you're thinking about getting your lady something for Valentine's Day, which you should be, why haven't you? Why are you not thinking about it? This is going to work for everybody. All right? Teasing it. Never mind, it's behind me. This is cool. I don't wear a lot of pendants. I would totally rock this. Now, DJ, if you could, would you pull me up some of the metaphysical deal on Australian black tourmaline, just black tourmaline? Because that I want to kind of go into a little deeper dive here, because when we talk about it being in crystals, and this is like the perfect example because it's just in a shape of what we all kind of iconically know as a crystal, right? But this is spectacular.
Guy behind you.
The lore surrounding black tourmaline, said to be that it repels negativity and protects the wearer. Cool, love that. Said to absorb negativity and provide protection. Did they just say that kind of in one way or another? Said to keep you grounded and promote self-confidence, to be a symbol of strength. Yeah. Said to increase one's energy level and helping them to function on a higher level. You're the man, dude. I appreciate that. Now, what we have here, now it's not going to come, actually, it is going to come. Okay, so this is a game changer. This is not only $47.99, okay, under $50. It's going to come with a sterling silver chain that's 20 inches. That is worth $50. This, at $47.99, works for gents, works for the ladies, protective crystal, black tourmaline. I mean, this is a winner. Going to look fantastic worn with birthday suit or with a tuxedo or a beautiful black dress. Okay? Dress it up, dress it down, wear it all around in any circumstance whatsoever. Now, look, if you're a lover of the Bali Legacy pieces, the bail on it should accommodate up to, let me give you a measurement here, because I would probably want to put this on, I have a Bourbador, right? Because you got all this ornate, really nice work here. This is all going to be platinum over sterling silver, but I would probably want to put this with my Bourbador chain that I have, and it's about, I think, 2.5 millimeters, maybe 3 millimeters. But this will accommodate up to at least 3 millimeters, I think. Yeah, I think that's a safe assumption. Un momento, por favor. Old man Chris. There we go. Oh yeah, you're definitely good. 3.5 millimeters. All right, so Yes, yes, and more yes. All right? How cool is this? What a conversation starter is this? This works, this works, this works on so many levels. It's 22.25 carats. Gorgeous, faceted, elongated crystal, black tourmaline. It's gonna look, ladies, if you just got that ring, what did I do with it? Where'd it go? If you just got that ring, you must get this. You not must, but they're going to go great together. Because with the ring, now with that ring, you did have a little bit of rubies. You did have a little bit of the gold plating too. But you had predominantly platinum overlay. This predominantly platinum overlay. It looks expensive. The bale or the housing that long gigantic crystal is in is so ornate. It's neither, I wouldn't say it's neither feminine nor masculine. Almost sort of kissing swans, you could argue, maybe almost a heart, but it's ornate. It just looks expensive. Nice milgrain surrounding the exterior right here at the base of what holds that crystal. The crystal, beautifully cut, wonderfully polished, nice luster on that. Black tourmaline with all the health benefits and the metaphysical said to, got to put that caveat there, that comes with. And it's so cool looking. It works for women, it works for men. This is that unisex, that go-to for anyone and everyone that I think nobody's going to get offended by. It's going to work with anything in your wardrobe, no matter what. And you could layer it with whatever you want to. Look, you could layer this with that, if you wanted to put it on a smaller chain, or maybe you have like one of our chains that sort of has the bolo, where you can sort of make it smaller. This would work with even that we showed you, which was sold 102, that beautiful Sleeping Beauty. Or you could go longer. This could be at the bottom of that, providing added protection to your Sleeping Beauty and to yourself. No matter what, this just works with everything. That's the only reason I showed that, is because that was our previous item. I don't know that it works with this next one. This is really cool because that's almost the same thing, but sure, you could layer that up with that, with this beautiful pearl that we're going to be getting to, the Baroque pearl. Now I know these are on black backs, so that kind of doesn't show you the best contrast, but the point is, make this yours. You can do it for $12. It's a 22 karat 25. Tourmaline, all natural. And the reason I'm so pumped about this is because it's rare, other than like with a cross and a couple of like really, really cool, unique, pendants. Rare is it that I get really pumped up about the pendants for dudes, because I just don't wear a lot. But I'll wear a cross, and I would absolutely rock this. But ladies, how sexy is this going to look on you? I mean, I would be so intrigued and drawn to anyone wearing this. This is fun. It's strong in that it's got a very strong presentation, and it's neither feminine, nor masculine. It's just cool. That's a great look that I think everybody can appreciate. Any culture, anywhere. How cool is that? And all the ornate design work here. And that goes all the way around. So if it gets all weird and cattywampus, it's not. If it gets tangled up, if this twists around, it's still going to look the same from any angle. Got a decent sized bail there, so it is going to accommodate, as I said earlier, those larger Bourbadors, the Padians, the Toulon Nagas that you have, within reason. Obviously, if they're super duper thick, no, but yeah, it should accommodate really a lot of the chains that we sell here. I think it would look great with any platinum chain that you have, because obviously you've got the platinum overlay. It's going to look fantastic with anything silver that you have, because you do have that sort of almost, with the three-dimensionality of all this sort of scroll and ornate work, you do have kind of that almost oxidized look, because you've just got the darker background just by nature of the shadowing. So almost that sort of oxidized look that I think you'll see with a lot of sort of silver pieces that kind of have that, and a lot of the Bali collection pieces that have that nice three-dimensionality. So I think it works great with Bali stuff. And I can't encourage this strongly enough. It's under $50. This is 22 karat 25 of an absolutely outstanding, beautiful, rare black tourmaline. We're not getting a lot of black tourmaline in going forward in the future, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to understand that. Talked with our buyers. Very little of this material coming out of Australia. So take advantage of it while you can. And again, again, for what it's worth, the potential on the metaphysical side in terms of offering protection, in terms of giving confidence, and if even a smidgen of that is true, worth a shot. And oh, by the way, you're gonna have one of the coolest pieces of jewelry in your collection. It's gonna go with anything that you decide to wear, any color palette. Black goes with everything, and it looks very, very cool. And it projects a lot of strong, to me, at least in my opinion, it projects a lot of power and a lot of strong energy. This is really cool. All right, so can't say enough about that. Let me give you a measurement. I'm sorry, I never even gave you a measurement. I've been gushing about it so much. Didn't even give you the specs here. This one's going to be about, from bail to bottom, you're looking at nearly 2 inches. Just going to be a little over 1.25 inches from the very top of that veil to the very bottom of that amazing crystal there. But it's not huge, and it's not something that's going to be in your face and ostentatious, but it's something that unless you're wearing like a black sweater or something, it's something that's really going to, I think, pop, and something that's going to really command some attention there. So definitely take advantage of this one, ladies and gentlemen. I am like a huge fan of this. Anyway, love it. Can't say enough about it. Could spend the rest of the show on it, but we got to move on. So, and oh, by the way, it's coming with easily a $50 value of that sterling silver chain. 20 inches on the chain. It's going to work for the guys, work for the gals. All right? That's about where it'll be on me. And I'm getting one. How many were there of those?
There was 80.
Okay, we have enough. We have enough of these to go around. Think about getting this as a gift for any and everyone, guys and gals. 80 of them. Woohoo! That makes me happy because I'm getting one. All right. Moving onward and forward. Folks, there's a cousin. We talk about zoisite. The zoisite crystal. Why does that sound familiar? Well, because the most important discovery, I think, of the 20th century, which was zoisite in a sort of a blue form, which often was found as brown zoisite, and then heat treated. But that was tanzanite, right? But many people don't know, but zoisite can be found all over the world. Now, there's a Norwegian area where thulite, which is from it's a form of zoisite. You got almost like a raspberry rich or cranberry rich color. In this thulite, there's a very small little area. They have to go in through helicopters, and they lower people down with their hand tools, and kind of have primitive methods from which they have to mine this material. And so we don't have a lot of vendors that work with it or that have it even available. But when we do get it, it's a real treat. Now what we have here is thulite. So this is a cousin, believe it or not, to your brown or blue zoisite that we find in of course, the only area where we find that particular type of zoisite that we can heat treat and then gives you these amazing blues and violets, tanzanite. But this is cousin, thulite, or tulite, potato. But thulite I call it. A hard TH. Thulite, like I have a lift. This is a beautiful beaded bracelet. It's nearly 100 carats, absolutely gorgeous. And this stone, to me, gives you little hues. It's an opaque stone, but you get these hues of white, these hues of almost cotton candy, these hues of cranberry. This is sort of it's like almost like they turned I was about to say from the side. They kind of turned the heat up on this one. So that one's little more, looks a little more on the deeper red. But I like it because, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, you get kind of a myriad. You almost get these cotton candy, this cranberry, these darker, sort of richer You get a little bit of everything. They are beautifully matched and mated in terms of how this stone presents itself, because, again, this is going to be all natural. This is an all natural stone. It's something that is very rare to find. There's very few pockets of it. But if you are a lover of red, this is going to be your jam. This works for the guys or the gals. It's only 7 1/4 though. If you wear something larger than a 7 1/4, and I'll double check, then you're going to want to get an extender. We sell those at shoplc.com. No big deal. Excuse me. So let's take a look. Just going to make sure it's a true 7 1/4. And it is. Okay. So the good news, 7 1/4 is about the average size, maybe of a lot of wrists out there on the ladies. But bad news is you might get an extender if you need a little bit larger. But definitely worth it, because this is not going to cost you $300 or $200. We have it at $239 estimated retail. That's about right. We got 8 reviews on this. It's 4.9 star rating. Ladies and gentlemen, $27.99 for the extremely rare Thulite here. Nearly 100 carats. Absolutely gorgeous. If you love pink stones, if you are a lover of the Galilea quartz, right? Like the rose quartz, I think this would layer up really, really nicely with anything that's the rose quartz. Just because you do have some lighter shades. You've got a lot of darker shades of red as well. So if you've got some of your more redder cornelian bracelets, this would make a good layering opportunity. They're slightly graduated, just slightly. But I like that because that sort of almost gives the impression that when everything sort of crescendos, it does sort of leave that larger impression. So I do like that part about it, but it's ever so slight. It's not a huge graduation there. So from the smallest ones, they're just going to be, it's really subtle. I don't know if you guys are seeing that, but very, very subtle in terms of that graduation. You've even got a sterling silver clasp. You got a big lobster claw clasp here, so that's going to make it very friendly. If you wanted to get it for a gent, or if you're one of the guys that likes to wear a lot of the bracelets, this totally works as a gent's bracelet. I mean, I think I would rock something like that. Looks cool. Of course, beads, super widely popular right now. $27.99 though. For something like this is a cool conversation piece too, because most people are gonna be like, "That's pretty. What is that?" You know. So Thulite. If you guys have seen the TV shows, a lot of times we got some B-roll footage. It's just like ancillary footage of them sort of going in. What they have to do, it's in a very remote region where they found the pockets to get this material. But they have to actually fly people in and lower them in by helicopter, because there's no roads up to this area. So how the heck they found it beats me. But it's very, very interesting the way it works. So then I guess at the end of the day, they just fly the helicopter back up in these mountains, and they lower the line down again, or lower the line down again, and pull back up the miners for this material. So very primitive necessary techniques that are used at this point in time. They may have, I just don't think they found a large enough pocket there to really warrant building the infrastructure up to the mines where they get this material. So you've got something that's going to be very, very rare. It's going to put you in kind of an elite club in terms of just having, you know, something that not everybody else out there is going to have. And it's lovely. Sort of cotton candy to deep, rich cranberry, and that is less than $30. So we're going to move on just because we're almost out of time. But I can't encourage that strongly enough. Works for the guys, works for the gals. Just get an extender if you need to wear an 8 or whatever. It does have the lobster claw clasp, makes it very, very easy to do that. Now, I'm going to brush through this one, even though it is absolutely gorgeous, because I want to get to the pearl, and then that'll be our last one, because that is so wicked looking and so fun. But what we have here, this is going to be a triplet. Triplet, basically, we're using the finest quartz out of Brazil, the finest clear quartz. They then have basically 3 pieces. They will then put in the center a little bit of a coloring agent, a slip of color. They'll then seal that in between 2 other pieces, creating what's called a triplet. And this is going to give you that amazing explosive color that I don't know if nature's quite come up with something so unique. I'm sure it has, but man, is this something absolutely gorgeous. Now, this is obviously not a gent's ring, but I'm just kind of wearing it just as an example, just to show you some size here. This has got multi-gemstones surrounding it, so it looks like we're going to have probably some chrome dioxide on the north, south, east, and west here. Probably some moissanite going in between those. But wait, is that moissanite? No, this might be sky blue topaz. I don't know, we're going to have to check. But this looks like a dream ring. This looks wildly expensive. The color is unlike anything else. We call it peacock quartz because you do see these flashes of sort of blues and greens and just marvelous, really almost neon colored. I love that sort of compass design with the north, south, east, and west of those pear shapes. So let's see, we've got the deep green, transparent, Paraiba apatite. That's what that is around either side. Oh my gosh, now I love it even more. And then, what's the last gemstone?
That's all we're showing.
I want to say it's chrome dioxide. Yeah, chrome dioxide. Yeah. So you have 68 points of chrome dioxide. Paraiba apatites. I didn't know if they were sky blue topaz. They do have a neon glow to them. The mounting alone is worth the price of admission. You've got that big, beautiful center stone. This is $49.99. It looks like a several $1,000. I don't know what it looks like because there's no color out there that's quite like this. But folks, this is one you have to get. Take advantage of that. That is so beautiful. It's all in sterling silver. Even a bypass style design on the way the ring sort of comes in on either side of that. We got it available in some sizes, but look at that cocktail ring. That is stunning. Now, the next item here, our last item, freshwater pearl necklace. You've got the brooch shape here, but you're getting it with genuine freshwater pearl. Going to give you all these golden hues. This is just so cool looking. I had to show it. I love, love, love it. Now, each one is going to be individually different, but they're all going to approximate roughly this same size, roughly this same shape. We have a very strong QC department. So it's going to be almost sort of an arrowhead style or sort of, I would say, see, this one's a little bit different. This is not this, though. This is the one we've got. Do we have two of them?
Yeah, there's two. I don't know where the one was at. Let me see.
It comes with two?
Yes.
Oh. That's even better. Wait, freshwater pearl pendant. No, is that just the back of that one? No, it's not the back of that one either.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, because I have two right here.
Oh, it does come with two?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say that, though.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
I'm going to work on the assumption it comes with one, but bring that one out here, too, just in case. If it comes with two, winner, winner, chicken dinner, because look, this is only $9.99. This, at $9.99, worth the price of admission. This is actually a pearl that a dude could wear. The other one, oh, it does come with two. These are $5 a piece? No way, no how. Okay, you've got a his and hers, I would say. Because you've got an arrowhead sort of design on this one, so that would be the his. Then you've got sort of an apple with a little leaf deal going on there. You're getting two of these. You've got it in that silver tone, both in that really cool original Baroque. It's like not the round pearls that we're used to. I kind of like that though because it makes it unique. Each one's going to be ever so different, but they're going to be consistently somewhat of sort of an arrowhead here. So I would totally rock this one. That's finally a pearl that a dude can wear. And then we've got this one over here, which a little bit more on the feminine side because you do have that sort of leafing up there. But either one is really, really cool. They're both going to be individually set. So it's going to be two pendants for $10. The luster on those is fantastic. That golden color, you're seeing little flashes of purple. I know we're way over time here, folks. That is just too neat. All going to be in silver tone. All going to be individually caged in that beautiful silver tone. It's going to give you a nice shine and sheen and luster. Those are awesome. So take advantage of that. Now we didn't get to this really cool bracelet. We'll put anything that we didn't get to up on the website. We just ran out of time. I apologize. But that is a great way to end the show. Love that. Two for the price of one. $9.99. Take advantage of it. Freshwater pearls, genuine freshwater. Folks, I'm going to be back at 2 p.m. I hope you all will come back and join us, and I really appreciate everybody watching and your feedback and everything. So thank you. God bless, and we'll see you at 2 p.m. Central Time. Cheers. Cool beans. You need anything from me, or are we good?
I think we're good.
Well, I'll see you in a little bit, my man. Nice job. Appreciate that tourmaline info. That thing's
No problem.
badass.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm gonna have to get one of those. Damn, I wish they were like $20 though.